In the Donetsk region, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone identified a Russian armored personnel carrier moving infantry toward a tree line, likely to establish new forward positions. Ukrainian drone operators responded swiftly, launching an intercept mission to destroy the enemy vehicle before it could reach its destination. After the first strike hit the armored personnel carrier, panic set in among the Russian troops. They quickly dismounted and abandoned their advance. At the same time, Ukrainian kamikaze drone pilots continued their assault on the APC, which, after unloading its troops, tried to turn around and escape the barrage. The escape ended in failure. Flames had already engulfed the armored personnel carrier, but it wasn't enough. It had to be destroyed completely to guarantee it would never move again. Most likely, the fire reached the vehicle's electronics compartment, triggering a malfunction that caused the APC to spin uncontrollably in place until it was completely consumed by flames. Ukrainian drone pilots are constantly monitoring the skies for Russian multiple launch rocket systems. Their priority is to catch these systems before they fire, ideally, while still loaded with rockets. Such an opportunity presented itself with a Grad-21 system that had just arrived at a firing position. The Ukrainian drone team executed a precise strike, resulting in a massive explosion. Russian forces frequently conceal military equipment in locations they hope will evade drone surveillance. In one case, a drone pilot flew directly into a large hangar and discovered two Russian armored personnel carriers. The pilot immediately launched an attack, neutralizing both vehicles. In the Donetsk region, on May 17th, Russian forces launched an assault within the area of responsibility of Ukraine's 110th Brigade. Once Russian tanks and armored personnel carriers were spotted advancing toward Ukrainian positions, drone operators swiftly engaged, targeting and taking out the enemy vehicles. Each time, Russian assaults follow a familiar pattern, pushing deeper into Ukrainian territory while relying heavily on their numerical advantage. The Russian command shows little regard for the lives of their soldiers, loading them into armored personnel carriers and sending them across open fields, leaving their fate to chance. For Ukrainian drone pilots, these assaults have become a daily routine, and after the fighting ends, all that's left along the front line are twisted heaps of metal, the shattered remains of once powerful armored vehicles. These are drone pilots from Ukraine's Special Operations Forces carrying out missions in the Kharkiv region. They hunt down Russian heavy equipment, troop deployment sites, and temporary command hubs with precision and persistence. Once a target is identified, the pilot circles it carefully, scanning for the most vulnerable point, before delivering a precise, calculated strike. After the strike, the Russian armored personnel carrier erupts into flames almost instantly. Now, it's only a matter of time before the flames finish the job. The next target is an anti-tank missile system, concealed within one of the buildings. The drone pilot locks in the optimal trajectory and takes it out with a pinpoint strike. Later, a Russian soldier was spotted hiding among the ruins of collapsed buildings. The Russian soldier was swiftly eliminated by coordinated Ukrainian drone and artillery fire. Elsewhere, a Russian tank was seen racing across open terrain in an attempt to break through Ukrainian lines. A Ukrainian drone intercepted the vehicle, delivering a deadly blow to the Russian crew. Ukrainian intelligence had detected a Russian convoy preparing to assault Ukrainian positions. Kamikaze drones were launched, targeting Russian combat brigades. Faced with heavy resistance, Russian forces were forced to retreat. However, Ukrainian drone pilots, working closely with artillery units, pursued them with coordinated strikes. Surviving Russian troops abandoned their vehicles and fled into nearby forests. Ukrainian artillery shelled the area, while drones destroyed several burning armored vehicles. Kamikaze drones were launched, targeting Russian combat brigades. Another Russian tank attempting to cross an open field was destroyed by aerial reconnaissance. The vehicle erupted in a powerful explosion. In another instance, Russian forces had occupied a Ukrainian factory, believing it provided cover. However, kamikaze drone operators located and struck the site, igniting a fire that destroyed enemy vehicles. One enemy buggy caught fire, reduced shortly afterward to a smoldering metal frame. Yet another Russian tank, illegally operating on Ukrainian territory, was marked with the word chonuka, a term that also carries connotations of deceit or illegality. Ukrainian drones struck it decisively, signaling there is no safe passage for invading forces. A Russian armored convoy advancing toward Ukrainian lines was met by unexpected resistance. A Ukrainian tank rolled onto the battlefield and began striking the enemy column with precise rapid fire. In panic, Russian soldiers abandoned their vehicles and ran toward the tree line. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian tank continued to destroy the remaining Russian combat vehicles. In another attack, 2 Russian APCs were targeted by Ukrainian artillery. One vehicle exploded after hitting a mine. The other was struck directly by artillery fire. Russian paratroopers attempted to hide in sparse forest, but were spotted due to lack of foliage. Ukrainian artillery shelled the area, while drones destroyed several burning armored vehicles. Multiple armored vehicles were hit and destroyed, with fires breaking out across the wreckage. A kamikaze drone targeted another Russian APC, rendering it inoperable. After the strike, Ukrainian artillery continued targeting the area to eliminate remaining threats and secure full control. Thank you for watching Iron Pulse Media. We bring you the stories that matter straight from the front lines. If you found our coverage valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest reports. Your support helps us continue our mission of delivering unfiltered real-time updates from the world's most critical conflict zones. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time on Iron Pulse Media.